You may notice before I begin this video that I've got two spots just floating about. I'm thinking I should just do the video from like this profile of my face and just, you know, do it like that, but I think it's going to be a bit awkward, so I'm guessing I'm going to have to stick with this. What is going on, everyone? How are you doing? I hope you're doing good, because it is good to feel good. And it's dawned on me recently that it's been nearly 5 years. Nearly 5 years? It has been 5 years since I started saying that in videos, and it's mad to think I said that in a video and I guess I really came up with it on the spot. And what I like about it is the fact that it's just stuck with me ever since in this past 5 years. So I've said it in pretty much every video I've done in the last few years, and it's always fun to say. I like it. It is good to feel good. And today in this video I wanted to talk about a few things, which is what I usually do in videos, is where I talk about a few things. And I wanted to talk about, like, you know, what I've been up to in the last month, because it's obviously been a month since I last uploaded a video. I wanted to talk about something that happened, an event that happened, and some things regarding me with that. And also talking about a few plans that I have in the coming months. Obviously I've talked about those as well in videos before, so, but yeah, you'll know what I'm on about when we get into them. So yeah, let's move into those things. So as I say, it's been a month since I've last uploaded a video, and I guess really to kind of go on that thing is obviously talk about like my schedule. First of all, I don't actually have a set schedule for videos. Like, my kind of philosophy has always been, if I've got videos, ideas that I want to film, I'll go out and film them, and then when they're ready to go out, I'll upload them. That's always been my philosophy, I guess. Like, I know some people, I say some people, a lot of people on this platform tend to have, you know, set schedules for like when certain videos go out, i.e. something goes out on Monday, something goes out Friday. But no, I've never set myself any kind of schedule, and I guess really the reason why my uploads have been quite infrequent, obviously I won't count my period between August and November where I chose personally to put aside YouTube for a bit. I think it's really kind of been in the last year really where I've just never got round to doing videos like on a set schedule. Like, I guess like for me it kind of has something to do with my job. Obviously where I work, I do like about 30-40 hours a week where I work, and obviously I do have my days off, but at the same time I never really give myself time to film videos. Like, only on the rarities like this one for example am I like, oh yeah, you know what, we can do videos when we choose to. But yeah, no, as I say, I never had a set schedule. If I want to film a video and get one out, then obviously I'll do so. So in a way, it's not me procrastinating, it's me not having, you know, my own personal time to want to film videos. Although now that I mention it, it sounds like I'm contradicting myself when I say I don't procrastinate. But yeah, just I put out videos whenever I want to, basically. But yeah, as I say, my philosophy has always been, I will put out a video when I want to. I don't know. But how have I been in this last month? So, obviously, January just dragged on forever. Honestly, I felt like between the new year and up to my first payday that month, it just like, that time was like, oh, this is dragging on forever and ever and ever, and I don't feel like we're gonna ever see payday. But thankfully we did get to payday, and I did splash out quite a fair bit of cash on that. I also went to London to go see some of my friends, and for some it had been quite some time since I last seen them, and even though Stephen was there, it was like a month since I last saw him, so it was good to catch up. And so what we did, so myself, Stephen, Becca, Coral, who else was there? Kieran was there, and Josh was there. We all went out for a nice bit of a bite to eat. We went to Ask, because that's where you need, like, that's something you should do. You should ask where to go. And like, do you know what? I'm gonna be completely honest. Who remembers back in the day when I used to make so many puns in my videos? Well, I've kind of been on kind of a comeback with the puns, I guess. Like, they're becoming more and more frequent, and I'm even noticing them myself. And like, especially when I'm working and I'm making puns, there's a lot of like eyes rolling and that, but yeah, it's good to do some puns again. So yeah, when we got back to our place where we were staying, we did a Secret Santa. So obviously, because we didn't meet up over Christmas, we decided, oh yeah, let's do Secret Santa. So obviously we all got each other gifts for secretly, obviously, and so Kieran got me, and he got me an AJ Styles pendant, and obviously being a big wrestling fan, that's really cool, and AJ Styles is also one of my favourite wrestlers. I did have a Hardy Boys wristband that he also gave me, but somehow I've managed to misplace it, so apologies for that, Kieran, but I did really appreciate that, and this pendant is phenomenal. And then in return, I actually got Kieran, and his little clip of this, I got him this.
I feel like oh yeah.
I can always remember I looked at that one night and I was like, yes, do it, Ollie, just go ahead with it. Obviously, him being a big superhero fan, I thought to myself it'll be a nice gesture, and yeah, we got ourselves in a very giggly mood after that, so that was good. And then, like, for me, I guess the rest of the month has been a bit quiet. I've been watching my fair share of wrestling. I watched the Royal Rumble, and that was pretty bloody good. Becky Lynch won the Women's Rumble after competing in a match for the Smackdown Women's Championship earlier in the night. I was so happy, and given the recent storyline that's progressing at the moment, I think it's going to be a great WrestleMania match, that is. And then Seth Rollins also won the Men's Royal Rumble, and I was like, yes, he's going to face Brock Lesnar, he's going to win the Universal Championship, and he's going to burn it down. Oh god, I'm actually really excited. Obviously, all this is leading to WrestleMania, which I'll talk about a little later, but yeah, it's getting exciting. And then also, what happened recently was Elimination Chamber, and that was pretty good as well. So the first ever WWE Women's Tag Team Champions were crowned, so Bayley and Sasha Banks became the inaugural WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. I know there were previously a set of Women's Tag Team Championships back in the day, but obviously they don't share the same lineage as these titles, so I'm very happy for them. And then Kofi Kingston in the Men's Elimination Chamber put on a brilliant performance, and it just makes me think he could be WWE Champion, and just why the hell hasn't he in his 11 years that he's been with the company? He almost bloody did, but obviously he didn't win in the end, but he was nearly there. So fingers crossed this could lead to him eventually winning the WWE Championship. Fingers crossed. I might as well address it. It was an event that happened recently, and I didn't attend. Like, I chose not to attend for a few reasons, and that was Vidcon London. And I saw a few of my friends who went along to that, and there were a few people who are asking me, oh, where's Ollie? Where's Ollie? I thought I'd see him here, but ultimately I chose not to go for a few reasons. The first reason kind of being that I mean, I've been to many VidCon events in my time, and I feel like if I ever go to another VidCon event, I feel like I'm only going to get so much out of it, and that's not me trying to slag off VidCon. You know, they do multiple events throughout the year, and obviously their main venture is in America, so obviously I've been to 3 VidCons in Anaheim, and they've been all cool, and then also did a one-off VidCon Europe over in Amsterdam a couple of years back. But yeah, I chose not to go because, like, I felt like I could only get so much more out of it. Obviously there's lots that happen, but I feel like every time I go to the convention, it's kind of like the same kind of idea each time. You know, obviously you've got your panels, you've got your performances, you've got Q&As, meet and greets, the whole shebang basically. But yeah, I chose not to go because of those, and then also I guess the main reason why I chose not to attend was because of financial reasons. Realistically, I could have gone to this, but ultimately I chose not to go because of financial reasons, and at the moment I'm kind of prioritizing my money for a few things that are happening down the way, and that is bringing us into the next bit. So that is, of course, some of my travels that are happening in the next few months, although now that I say it, in the next few weeks actually. So in less than 3 weeks time I'm going to be going to Morocco, of course. I'm only there for a few days, but I'm really excited for that. Mainly because, of course, I've never been to Morocco, never been to Africa. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, and I'm sure me and my family will enjoy ourselves out there, and I'm sure we're gonna get up to quite a few fun activities. So yeah, bring on Morocco. And then of course the next thing is, of course, New York, the concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Good old bit of Alicia Keys and Jay-Z there with Empire State of Mind. So yeah, of course, it is now less than 6 weeks until New York, and again, I'm very bloody excited for that as well. I'd say I'm more excited for New York over Morocco. Obviously, I am still excited for Morocco, but obviously New York is kind of the bigger picture at the moment, and plus I've never been there before, and I'm buzzing for it right now. I'm buzzing like a little bee, and I just can't wait to go. I think the thing that I'm really excited for New York is obviously all the stuff that I'm getting up to. I know a lot of it is wrestling oriented, but obviously that's my king. What? Obviously that's my thing, and I love wrestling, and I think in a video in a couple of weeks time I'm going to talk about wrestling and, like, you know, how I got myself into it and that. So that's a video for another time obviously, but yeah, all the stuff that's happening in New York around WrestleMania is going to be exciting. And I know, of course, WrestleMania is actually being held in New Jersey. Some people have been pointing this out to me recently on Twitter, and obviously I know it's in New Jersey, but obviously everything that's happening around it is happening in New York. So yeah, I can't wait. And obviously I do know it's in New Jersey. In fact, I don't even think WWE knows that it's in New Jersey. They choose to say, oh yeah, look, it's happening in New York City, and I'm like, it's not though, technically, but yeah, it's happening. So my kind of plan that I have at the moment is, so Friday the 5th of April is the day of NXT TakeOver New York or Brooklyn, or we don't know the official title of it yet, but yeah, NXT TakeOver is happening that day. I'm going to be there. The day after, I'm going to be at WrestleCon for the day on Saturday the 6th of April, and then later that evening is going to be the Ring of Honor New Japan Supercard that's happening at Madison Square Garden, you know, the world's most famous venue, and I'm bloody excited for that. I've never been to a Ring of Honor show, never been to a New Japan Pro Wrestling show, and I think it's gonna be pretty good. Sunday the 7th of April is of course WrestleMania 35 itself, and obviously me being a giddy child as usual, I'm so excited for that. I can't wait for it to come round and, you know, have a good time there. And then on the 8th and 9th of April, I'm going to Raw and Smackdown respectively after WrestleMania. And obviously the crowds there are some of the maddest crowds that you see on WWE TV throughout the year, so I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, let's just have a good time with all the stuff that's happening. I know obviously it's weeks away now that I'm speaking about it, but honestly I cannot wait for it all to come round and, you know, happen as we go along. So yeah, I can't wait to bring you guys along for the ride, and I'm sure it's gonna be amazing, as is Morocco, of course, because Morocco's happening. I feel like, obviously, I'm excited for Morocco, but I feel like, as I say, New York is the bigger picture, so I'm more excited for that. But yeah, let's make sure everything goes swimmingly as these things happen, and I'm gonna leave you and love you there. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you around with some more videos, and I'm going to leave you with some advice, and that is to enjoy yourself, stay safe, and make the most of every opportunity that comes your way. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.